So for this example, we have that there is a semi-elliptical archway over a one-way road that has a height of 10 feet and a width of 40 feet. And we're going to see if a truck that is 12 feet wide and has a height of 9 feet can clear the opening. That is, given our truck going underneath this one-way road, we're going to assume it's going through the middle so it has the most space. Are we going to have one of those videos where the top of the cargo just gets cut clean off like a can opener, or are we going to have some very uneventful traffic cam footage where the truck just goes straight through and there's no real drama at all? To understand this, we can think about what this looks like, pictographically. What sort of thing we're imagining here when this truck's going through, that with the semi-elliptical archway, what we need to figure out really is how high that arch is going to be at the truck's widest point. Because at the truck's widest point, that's where the arch is going to be shortest relative to it. So, I'm going to take a little bit of cleverness, but what we can do here is imagine that elliptical archway, the semi-elliptical archway, really as having something like the coordinate position of a ellipse centered at the origin, where if we have that type of arrangement, it will have equation x squared over 20 squared plus y squared over 10 squared equals 1, because it has the major axis length of 40 feet and the minor axis length of 20 feet. It's implied to be 20 because it's half of it and half of it's 10. And don't worry too much about that exact subtlety there. But we end up with this type of setup. And from here, what we want to do is think about what happens with the truck, where we can think of either side as behaving in sort of the same way. So we'll take the positive side and know that it is 6 feet away from the center. So what we have there is an x value of 6, and we want to find out what the y value would be in that case. So we have the x value of 6. We get 6 squared over 20 squared plus, not equals, but plus y squared over 10 squared, which I'll multiply out here as 100, is equal to 1. Or, if you prefer, y squared over 100 is equal to 1 minus 36 over 400. You subtract 36 from 400 and you get 364 over 400. Then what we're going to do is multiply over that 100. It'll cancel out there. We'll be left with 4. And you can divide out 4 from 364 to get y squared is equal to 91, not 92. Man, my letters. Or y is approximately equal to 9.5. So that is, when we're looking 6 feet away on either side, the height of the archway is about 9.5 feet instead of that total value of 10, because it came down a little bit. But importantly, remember that when we're talking about our truck, the truck is 9 feet tall. So it's going to be close, but the truck will be able to make it through without incident, in this case anyway. And that's about all we have here for ellipses. So in our next section, we're going to talk about a different kind of conic, the hyperbola. But see you there.